Time you get me in there, bro.
He's
Lay down
sweating.
bad, bro.
Hey, the man came, y'all, the man came on and did this.
Bro,
Damn.
I'm pressing all kind of stuff, bro. I
Nah,
can't.
man.
I was backstage.
I thought you knew what you were doing because you be running yours. I'm like, shit, you know what you doing. So I ain't have
No,
to.
listen, Turk. I got a stream, y'all. I don't have what you have.
Okay, well, I gotta put you on. I gotta put you on this because this a little
Nah,
bit.
I don't want that. That's hard.
No,
But what
it's
I got, I can bring. Nah, what?
easy.
Listen, let me tell you what I had to do for yours. I had to go in my phone settings. I got to press all kind of. I got all that stuff off. Your thing want me to press off on my screen yard. I can bring 10 people in there on the computer and it's fine. You got me going on in secret departments and all kind of man. Hey, bro.
Nah, man, it
Hey,
was
bro, you got
love,
me.
bro. What's up with you though, bro? I appreciate you, man. We was praying, man, because I know I had got the last text. He was like, man, God's will, man. Like, you know, when we say shit like that, man, that shit like scare a nigga. Like, you feel me?
Oh,
But
oh no, no. Listen, in Islam, every time we talk, we always say Inshallah, because we say God's will. Because say I make a plan to talk to you, then something happened. You know, I didn't say because it wasn't God's will for me to talk. That's why I said there wasn't nothing bad. You know, I was just like God's will
okay,
because
okay,
you know what I'm saying.
okay,
Yeah. But
okay.
what's
Well,
up though,
that was
bro?
up. That was up, man. You
It's,
know, man, the people been waiting, man, and you know, I got a few questions, man, and you know, I want to keep it like, you know, structured. You feel me? So we could get the people want to know your story, basically. You know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, your story haven't been told. You know what I'm saying? And we want to know. I want to know. Everybody want to know, bro. And like the first question, basically, people want to know like where you from. Like for the people that don't know, like let the people know where you from.
I was born and raised in New Orleans, Charity Hospital. Raised in Gertown. Moved from Gertown to the Callio. From Callio to Johnson Street. From Johnson to Phillip. Then from Phillip in 1991 to the Magnolia.
Okay, okay, okay. So what was it like growing up in New Orleans? Like, did you have two parents, one parent household, or and did you think that affected you negative or positive?
I grew up in a one-parent household. I used to go along with the people when they say that growing up in a household, growing up, you know how they say grow up in a single-parent household affects us and we don't have a father figure. I used to say that, but the reason why I don't go with that no more because, bro, two of my daughters graduated from college while I was in prison, and they grew up in a single-parent household. One graduated from Tulane University, the other graduated from Howard University, and they, you know, so it's like we use that for a crutch or excuse. Now I grew up in the hood, but I still had a choice, decisions that I made, you know. But
Fact,
I,
fact,
I had to tell you this though, bro. I don't regret nothing I've done in life.
fact. We gonna get to it. So, what was it like going to school with your young gangsters? Were you a class clown, a bully, popular, unpopular? And what grade did you finish?
Wow, yo, you the first. Listen, I always had fun in class. I never was a bully because I was always small. Bro, I got held. You ain't gonna believe this. I ain't never told about this. So you put me on the spot with this one, bro. I got held back in the first grade. I got held back in the third grade and the fifth grade.
Damn.
I got, listen,
Say
I used to
kept
love to
back,
go
nigga.
to
We say
school.
kept back, nigga. Yeah.
Listen, I used to love to go to school, but I just wanted to just play. You know, I remember when I got put out of Woodson and I went to Sammy J. Green and I cussed the teacher out. And it was this little short little dude. His parent was strict on him, but he sat next to me. He was like, hey. I said, what's up, man? He said, cuss the teacher out for me again. But I looked at him, I was like, you know, he wanted to use me, you know, because I used to run around the school with the radio in the hand. I used to have fun. So, but I never was a bully though.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So how did you get the name Gangsta?
It started out Lil Gangsta from Stone, the homie Stone at the Magnolia Project and LTI and Juvenile. He had started calling me Lil Gangsta. And from Lil Gangsta, when I got out, you know how Well, when I got out of prison, well, not out of prison, when I broke out of juvenile jail, you know, I got the big head and started running around that Magnolia. And then I was like, all right, no more Lil Gangsta. Take the Lil off, now I'm gangster.
Okay, okay. So before the street life, did you ever work any jobs? And if you did, what was it?
No, well, I never had a job. Only place I worked, bro, it was the Superdome. Back in the day, the Saints game where we used to go pay for the popcorn, pay $16 to get a box of big thing of popcorn, then sell it, you know, to flip a few dollars. But like having a job, I never had a job in my life.
Yeah.
Never.
For real, sound about right. So okay, we hear your name connected with Cash Money Records, Baby Slim a lot, as being brothers, blood related. Some people seem to think that's cap, and y'all are brothers by the streets and not by blood. Explain this for the people.
We got the same father, but with me coming home the way I come home, baby, when I first come out, I talked to him, he was upset. You know, he told me he don't condone that, you know, whatever it was. And, you know, at the end of the day, I respect that, because when I was running the streets and we was, you know, when that 226 was popping, before that, there was other stuff involved in that. And I came up with the rule, never sit down and talk to them people. So with me sitting down, and I had that rule in mind, because I was thinking one of them at the table was going to eventually, you know, point the finger. Because, you know, I was young and thugging, pun intended. So, back then, so, you know, so I respect it. So it's like he distances himself from me. So it's easy to say, you know, we not family, or that's not my brother, when y'all don't have a same mother or didn't grow up in a household together, you know. But like I tell people, and like I just did an interview tonight. That's why I was a little late, because like I explained to WAC 100.
You working, boy.
Yeah, bro, I got you, bro. They giving me my 5 minutes, bro. And I gotta make the best of it, bro.
Real love, bro.
You know, like, think about this here, Turk, because you're in the industry. Like I explained to WAC 100 in my interview I just did. You've been a puppet for Birdman because of this. You saying Birdman said they used to live next door to each other. That's how they got to be brothers, because they had the same last name. Birdman said this. Birdman said that. Why Birdman ain't come out and said that? Birdman is very outspoken. He put up on a Breakfast Club and said, put some respect on my name. Yeah. Birdman got a platform. He got an Instagram. He got to do the what you call that thing? The social media thing.
Clubhouse.
He could easily say, yeah. He no, I'm talking about Birdman. He could easily come out and do a what you call that? A conference. Yeah. Something and say, look, man, gangster, this is what it is. I don't mess with him. They ain't my people. Da da da. He never once came out and denounced me to the public. It's always WAC saying what Birdman said. And we know Birdman to be very outspoken.
Facts,
you know what I'm saying? But somebody asked the question why he held me down in prison. Because that's my people. He held me down. So look, him and Slim held me down my whole beat. Check this out. We not gonna worry about the questions, because you know that's how it go. We all know you just got out of doing 2 decades and better in penitentiary. Did your brothers Baby and Slim look out for you while you were locked up? Did they visit you, write you, put money on your books? And how did it make you feel? All right. My whole bid, bro, I still got the receipts right now. I got back in the day we had the envelope. They put money on, I kept money. I don't know how I feel to do bad in prison. I just don't, they took care of me. I can't lie about that. I used to call Baby all the time. He would count my minutes. I used to have to call this man at times. Coming to visit one time, him and my mother, I was in Yazoo, Mississippi. Him and my mother, they was on his tour bus. He caught a flat, and it was like an hour or something from the jail. At a certain time, they stopped letting you in. So my mother was like, by the time we get there, they're not gonna let us in. So we need to turn around. I was like, Mama, why you did that? Because at the end of the day, because of who he is, they would have let him in. Facts. Anyway, or you could have still let him put up that bus at the front the gate, because that one
got your rep on.
Yeah, man, mom spoiled that. Mom down bad. Yo, mom down bad for that. But Other than that, I never got a visit after that. But phone calls, I had a direct line. I had his number. I had the office number. I had his children's number, the number that his children called him on. I never had to go through a third party or call somebody else. Yo, tell baby this. I called straight to him. Like I say, they sent me money. I never wanted for nothing, bro, while I was in prison.
Facts. So, how was prison for you, bro? Like, how were you able to cope with so much time, and what helped you get by from day to day?
Yo, that's crazy. I just answered that in my thing. Islam helped me. It helped humble me. Because like I was telling them in my interview I just did, that when I was on the street, I felt if you wasn't part of my clique, the circle, then I didn't care nothing about you. You was fair game. So when I come to prison, it got, when you go to prison, you get a chance to sit back and reflect, sit back and think about all the stuff you did. And when I was introduced to Islam, I started reading and studying, and I was serious about it. And it taught me, people have feelings that you got to respect your neighbor, feed your neighbor, show love, But at the end of the day, I was good. I've never been started in prison. I've never been beat up in prison. I've never been jumped on in prison. I've never been ran. Like, we got a thing we call run up top. Like, I've never been ran off the compound. Yeah. So, I've always been on the winning end since I've been in prison.
Fact. So, I got to ask you this, man. There's been a lot of controversy on the way you were released from prison. Now, you say it out your mouth, you gave information on the day to be released. How many years had you been down before you had said, fuck this, I got to get out? And why did you choose to do it that way? What was your train of thought?
Okay, listen, the thing was this. It wasn't just the day, what it was, the prosecutor didn't wanted that. It was like, Yana, because it's in my sentence. Anybody could get my paperwork all paid. So it's in my sentence and transcript. Well, when I went, like, I had, my case was over, I got sentenced in 99, then my case got overturned, I got re-sentenced in 2002, and the prosecutor was like, at first telling my lawyer, okay, since he wasn't convicted for these murders, he wasn't never indicted for these murders, because they just gave me life for murders just because the guy would have recorded on my co-defendant, and my co-defendant was bragging about the murders. So when I go for my re-sentence in 2002, my lawyer told the prosecutor was like, listen, we're going to give him 30 years. It's like, all right, cool, I can live with that. But in the midst of the hearing, another prosecutor coming there, she was doing a 10-wall fat case. So she wanted me to come and say some stuff about 10-wall fat. I was like, nah, tell her I'm not doing that. And tell her don't bring it up in court, that's going to be in my paperwork, in my transcript. Don't do that. I can't, because that'll put my life in danger in prison. So he had a sidebar with her, told her to get up out of there, beat it. So she caught herself sitting in there trying to look all pretty and all this stuff. So anyway, the prosecutor said, well, yeah, how can we let a man back out on the street like this? So because he want to apologize for these murders, or who did it, or what happened with him. So now every time I file a motion, they always bringing up all these murders, stuff they didn't heard, stuff people that went and told them, stuff the state wanted. So I was like, all right, I got something for them. Y'all give me immunity? Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all everything I did. This is what I did. So 2 of the murders I didn't tell them about. And the reason why I couldn't tell them about 2 of the murders for the state is because people were alive, and that would have put them in jail.
Facts.
So they was like, okay, well, close these cases for close a lot of these. I closed, bro, it's like 40 murders, 40 homicides that I closed case, right? Now, what happened was Trump passed the First Step Act where we could file a motion. I never want to say these guys' name, but it was some guys out the 7 Ward hardheads. They got out under the First Step, but they had a crack case. I got their motion and everything. All of them had life, and they all got their sentence reduced. Okay, when Trump came in and signed that First Step Act in 2018, is a motion called Extraordinary and Compelling Circumstance. You could file to the court and say, hey, when I first got locked up back in the days, I was bound by the guidelines. But now, since I've been incarcerated, I've done this, and this. I'm asking you to reduce my sentence. The judge is going to contact the prison you're in, and they're going to ask for your conduct, your write-ups. Like if you got write-ups since you've been in prison, fighting, stabbing, all that, they want to see what you've been doing. The judge want to see what you've been doing. If you got certificates, and then he'll make a decision where he'll reduce your sentence. Well, my situation was, I filed, and by my co-defendant Blabber getting out first, the judge said in my sentencing hearing, Mr. Dyer, I believe you orchestrated these murders. I believe you had something to do with it. You had the gun and everything because the state had arrested us. but the judge still cut his sentence. So now the judge, like all these years later, because people kept coming there talking about Cash Money, this, Birdman, this, and this. Man, I got paperwork that's gonna be in my documentary where other trials people talking about I was a hitman for Cash Money. So it's in the prosecutor's mind now. Birdman is this bad guy. Give us something on him. I don't know nothing. I don't have nothing on Birdman. So they kept denying me. He don't want to act right. He don't want to act right. So I was like, you know what? The state on they all cool with this good crap. You know, the DA who I work with, he wound up getting fired because he tried to rape some female. But when I filed for the motion, the judge still had the prosecutor to contact the victim's family of the case I was on, and they gave their statement saying, you know, how they feel about me getting out of prison. Some of them were saying they didn't want me out. Some of them were saying if you let him out, it's still not gonna bring my child back. All this stuff. So the judge went on with the ruling, and he gave me 27 years, and I was over that time, so I got immediate release.
Okay. So looking at the backlash you get now, if you could go back, do you think you would make a different decision?
I give 80 bodies.
Straight like
man,
that.
Listen, Turk. Bro, listen, bro. I don't regret nothing I've done in life. Think about this, bro. What I've done in life has helped me become the man I am today. I don't live that life no more. So at the end of the day, that's the choice I made. And before I made that choice, bro, I sat in that cell and I was like, you know what? If you do this, this was going to happen. And this was going to happen. This person's going to stop. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so I'm like, I can live with that because I don't buy friendship. It's too expensive. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather run solo by myself. I ain't got to worry about me talking behind my back. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to worry about somebody stealing this or that from me. At the end of the day, I'm happy, bro. I get to go to Popeyes, I go to Walmart. I'm just enjoying life, bro. So, no, I wouldn't change nothing, bro. I just try to give up some more murders when nobody can come behind my back and tell on me because they're doing that.
Respect.
But, nah.
So, do you think prison helped you or hurt you, and how?
Prison helped me because, like I say, I took college course with LSU. I took college course with Ashworth University. I was able to study law. I know a great deal about the law. And like I said, I was able to learn that other people have feelings. I was able to start lending an ear versus me always want to be heard and want a result of violence. So I was able to, you know, sit back and say, okay, it helped me to also be a man to say when I'm wrong, to apologize. You know, coming up where we come up from, I did that. That's what it is, man. So what? You know what I'm saying? Right. But now, prison helped me out a lot. I did a lot of time. I think I did too much time for my charge, actually. You know, because I got 2 PSI. I pled guilty to continued criminal power. I was supposed to get 20 years. While I was waiting to get sentenced, a guy went to my co-defendant and wore a wire on my co-defendant in the jail, and he came back and gave me a new PSI, and that sentence just gave me life. I never was indicted. I was never charged for these murders. The judge say, I just feel you did them life.
Crazy. So, what's your opinion on New Orleans and the world period after all these years?
I love my city, bro. But like I told a lady today in the interview, that it starts with us. You know, we could get on these platforms and talk about the city, but we got to lead by example. Because you got to keep in mind is this. A lot of people always want to be a part of something. So when you're doing something big and doing something good, and you got the media now you're going to have people coming out the woodwork, get their hair fixed, their nails done, makeup, or dudes get their hair cut because they want to be a part of it. Some of them be part of it for the wrong reason. But it starts with for the one that's sincere and they want to see that city shake back. You know, we got to get out and do the groundwork. I mean, think about it. Since I've been home, New Orleans been back on the map. Yeah. Wow. They've been screaming about that city. So you know what I'm saying? So now we got to get a lot of these big celebrities and let them know, man, y'all got to start coming and talking to these at-risk youth. You got to let them know, listen, man, I'm from the hood. I come from where y'all come from, and y'all got a chance to make it up out of here too. Stop thinking about the peer pressure. Stop worrying about that. Stop worrying about what your homie's going to say and try to apply yourself. Come up with some kind of idea. Bro, this social media is the way of life now. You can come up with how to sell water, and people on social media is going to support that. You know what I'm saying? They're going to help you. So it's not always just in the hood grabbing that tool and thinking you got to sell drugs or go rob or do something. You know, with the way the social media is, with that Kickstarter and GoFundMe and all these apps and chats, and man, it's all kind of way people give you money to help you out, man. People want to see you win.
Facts.
'Cause I get a lot, bro. Because I would
I'm
say
with
this here,
I'm
bro.
with all that. I'm with all that you saying, bro. Like you know, when you change your life for the better, it's like people want you to stay in that negativity. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell them I'm still thugging, but thugging is taking hardship using God's gift in spite of negativity. I learned how to use
Okay.
my gift. Taking hardship using God's gift in spite of negativity. That's the message I got for the youth. You know, my mom always told me, bro, you can't raise these grown people. They're not going to want to listen to you because they remember you as your past. So they can't respect what you're doing right now. But eventually they will come around, you know. And
Mm.
since I've been home, you know, I've been dealing with it, man, and it hurt. But at the same time, I'm changed, bro, you know, and with obedience, you have to sacrifice as well, you know what I'm saying? And I'd rather do it right than to do it wrong and be gone. A lot of people don't know I did a decade. You know, you did 22, so that time, bro, like you can't get it back.
23, Turk.
You know, 23, you can't get it
In
back.
10
So
months.
all that, and I did 8
Oh,
years, 8 months, 16 days. We
well,
gonna
hold
count
up.
it up.
Let me ask you this, though. Let me ask you a
Yeah,
question.
yeah,
How do you feel? How do you feel now? In street terms, you're a stepper. You went to jail. Shout
yeah,
out the police. Stood
yeah.
up. You ain't cooperating. And you come home the right way, and you ain't get the red carpet. How you feel?
You know what? I felt a certain way at first, like I felt entitled to the respect, right? That's all. Not even the check, just the respect. Because a lot of people they holler about a person not doing it the right way. But I'm one person that did it the right way. In spite of people trying to say I did it wrong on paperwork, where the paperwork at. You know what I'm saying? It's no flaw on my name. When I don't get that respect, it hurt a little bit. But at the same time, I look at it like that's what I got to go through to be doing what I'm doing right now. To not be letting somebody else dictate me talking to you, getting your story out. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people that want to talk to you. Bro, you're a legend, bro. You're an OG, bro. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people that is influenced. If certain people came and hollered at you, then everybody else will holler at you because certain people didn't holler at you. That's just how this go. You know what I'm saying? You have people over here, you have people over there. I'm my own man. What I learned through all this is how to be a man. You feel me? And you know, it be your own people, bro. Like my own people, my own people. And I just sit back and I be like, they gonna get it, just like I had to get it, cause I ain't have no understanding, no overstanding. So who am I to judge? I gotta be a little bit more patient with them, but keep doing what I'm doing. Don't put fuel on the fire. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I deal with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I ain't doing no tripping. It's facts over feelings. I'm not in my feelings. I'm in my facts. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I
I
deal with
like
it.
that.
But you
I
know,
like that.
I got you like, you know, gangster. You got a lot of stripes in that city today. Do you regret any of the things you've done or have trouble looking at yourself in the mirror? Like anything that you have did? Because I know you from the stripes and the wounds, and you know, I don't know nothing else. You feel me? Do you regret anything from your stripes?
One thing, one thing that I ain't have $1 million in cash,
Yeah,
bro. Terry, listen to me,
yeah,
homie. Homie, listen, man. May God be my witness, bro. I love me, bro. I look myself in the mirror every day because I gotta make wudu. I look myself, wash up. I'm an old head and look good for my age. Like I say, bro, I don't regret nothing I've done in life, bro. Let me tell you why I don't regret nothing I've done in life. When I was on the street, when I was a stepper, it's because I've never took my frustration out on innocent women and children. I've never raped a woman. You know, that's degrading thing when I was in the game.
facts.
So that's why I don't regret. You know, some people do dirt to children and women, innocent people, and be like, man, once you become conscious of, you know, you're on the other side of the fence and you're looking back, the stuff you did, you be like, man, I was wrong, I did that bad. Everything I did, I was in the game. The people was in the game. We was in the game. We was running them streets. We was in the mud together, and it was just the best survive, you know, of the fittest. So yeah, I don't regret nothing, bro. No, I don't regret nothing I did on the streets from my life when I was in the streets, when I was a stepper. I don't regret nothing when I was in prison. I don't regret coming home to get in prison because it's beautiful out here, and I don't never want to go back to prison.
Hey,
listen, bro. Turk, remember
this,
bro.
So what type of man are you now?
I'm a man that's enjoying life. That's on my dean. Praying, hoping Allah continue to bless me to see good, and hoping, and I'm praying that Allah guide me. That Allah mean God for those who won't really be knowing that. And I believe there's only one God. So I'm hoping that God provide me with enough to help the people in New Orleans because they need the help. And not just New Orleans, Chicago, Baltimore, all around the hoods, they need us. You know, Dallas, Houston, everywhere. You know, because you got to keep in mind, there's a lot of people when Katrina hit, they sprayed us. There's a lot of our people, they everywhere. It's like gumbo, you know. Everywhere. But I'm a man today that's enjoying life, bro. That I go to work, come home, get on a podcast. I got the Captain Cap podcast with Queen France. I got my podcast. I got the nonprofit organization. Me, Queen France, Kayla. We do that.
You work, man. Bro. And today, you know, I'm asking you questions. I'm quite sure you want to ask me some questions, but I like to do it on your platform. You know, give you the same respect that you gave me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, man, we got this way to start. Like, we got to help each other, dog. Like when we in them trenches, like, help each other. Like, this is what it's about. You feel me? Like, anything else, bro, is uncivilized. I got 2 more questions, bro, and I'm not gonna hold you long because you giggity, so we you know I had to ask you. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying? So
no, you're not. No, you listen, Turk. Turk, you gonna be a fan? And I looked up to y'all. Y'all was doing things.
It's mutual, bro. Like, you know, that's the respect. You know what I'm saying? Like when I told you the first time, I told you that's what it was. Like anything else, bro, like that ain't my business. You know what I'm saying? And I stand on that as a man. You feel me? So, what advice you got for all the young gangsters and rappers out there? Because you be slick rapping, man. You know what I'm saying? And I seen you that had their situations and run-ins with a few rappers and stuff. So what advice you got for rappers and the young gangsters out there?
You know what? And I'm happy you said it because I didn't get to touch on that. The youngsters, bro, they need to realize that that's only entertainment. That a lot of those guys, studio gangsters, they in the studio, and once they come out that booth, that's where they lead it at. Now, you got some of them that's really street guys, you know, that getting that booth that's really street. But my main thing is stop worrying about the peer pressure. Stop worrying about what your homie's gonna think, and notice that when you do get locked up, man, you away from your family, man. You're not just you getting glorified in the hood, but once you go to prison, the hood turn their back on you. Is your family gonna be there for you? You need family, man. So for the ones who out here now enjoying this life, man, you better put it down when you got a chance. Invest that money. Like I tell people, the old regular house that we throwing rocks and busting the window, that's what you need to invest in, because that's for sure money down the road. I know we like that fast, but that's for sure money, man. And that's what we need, bro. But at the end of the day, man, I just asked them youngsters, man. And the rappers, they got an obligation too, man, to start reaching out to them. Because a lot of them rappers, they got a big platform. And the reason why you see me go at a lot of them, because I like the opportunity. It helps grow my platform, because once I grow my platform, now I can teach the people the message. Hey, man, you see that ain't what's happening. You see they faking. Because keep in mind this here. Majority of them rappers have baggage. Majority of them rappers have done things. Majority of them rappers got a lot of stain too on their name, but we just don't know it. It takes somebody out their hood. Because promise that when I got into it with a certain rapper, bro, I got so much stuff in my DM and on this Instagram, I was like, it's overwhelmed. I said, all right, enough is enough. They had sent me so much stuff on. I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do them that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I said, I don't want to just keep tearing down a black man. But if I get an opportunity where I can capitalize off it, I will, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to be where I want to go to the streets with it, because I always say, bro, I don't want to go back there, man. And I know they don't want to go back there, because it's like another Katrina, bro. I promise you, man, because now I'm more advanced. I know better now, so I'm more calculated. I know how to think. but I would prefer to stay on my couch or go to Popeyes, get on that podcast, bro, and just have fun with the people.
Walk around in your Crocs and go to Walmart.
Facts, bro. That's a fact. Walk
Yeah,
around them
yeah,
Crocs.
yeah.
No, listen.
Hey,
you know one thing, Turk. You'd have never caught us with no Crocs on back in the
hey,
days, man.
Hey, you know what?
Crocs?
Hey, I do a lot of stuff right, bro. It's crazy because this is the stuff that we used to laugh about, but we doing that now. Like, but I see why people like that. It's peace over here, bro. Like, it's really peaceful in the midst of the turmoil where people think that this is bothering you. They'll try to bother you, but it really ain't bothering me because I'm not taking it personal. I know who I am. I'm not making no assumptions. You feel me? Because that make me an asshole. I'm making assumptions. You know, I'm watching what I say out my mouth, and I'm doing my best every day. So, you know, that's how I live by the 4 agreements, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got one more question. What you working on, and what can we expect to see from you in the future?
Right now, I'm working on my documentary. Me, we got a homie named Eric in New Orleans. We got James, who's Toya, Lil Wayne baby mother brother, James. The 3 of us, we writing the Hot Boys movie, the life story of the Hot Boys. We write on it every day. We get together for at least an hour, and we go over, for the first season.
Man, how you gonna do that without me, man? What the fuck, man?
No, listen, bro. I'm talking about we write. No, I'm talking about I'm writing a story on doing the story, the Mosquito life story. But listen, we gonna have all y'all in there because you out the project. You played a major role in this stuff. You're not somebody that just was in the studio rapping and stuff. You really was out there too. You know what I'm saying? So we just putting together. We just putting everything together. But I always bring you up, but you gotta keep in mind this here, bro. The reason why I didn't bring you up a lot to talk about you because when I come home, I didn't want to, I never brought up Ski Boo name until he did that interview and started talking about me, right?
Bro, listen, I understand it's street politics. It's how you treated me, how I treated you, and it's over here. You know what I'm saying? I deal with it from a man's standpoint, from a spiritual standpoint of God. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, we all gonna have to bow down. I just bowed down early. You see what I'm saying? Everybody got to do it. So however the person is right now, you're not going to be like that probably 2 years from now. Your turn coming where you're going to have to be like I am. You feel me? And then they going to understand. But I'm not going to judge you because I was there too. But you're going to have to respect where I'm at right now. You feel me?
Right, but sometimes people, sometimes you got people who's not going to bow down. Sometimes you got the ones who are going to stay ignorant, going to stay in that state because in their mind, 50, 60 years old, they feel like they still street there. I got to still be in the streets. So everybody not going to do what you and I doing. You know what I'm saying? God chose who he want to choose.
Facts.
God,
I understand.
You see what I'm saying?
I understand.
Whoever God wants to do his work, and that's who got to do it. Because you got to keep in mind is this, bro. The devil told God, all them people you creating to worship you, give me some time and I'm gonna send a lot of them straight. You know what God said? You got some time, go ahead on, and everybody who follow you, I'm gonna put them in hell with you. So you got a lot of people that's doing the devil work and that's gonna continue to do that.
Fact.
Just God chose you and I, to get on his other side. It feel good, bro. Listen, man, I'm loving it, bro.
Skip Boo, if you watching Ski, I watched your interview the other day, man. And Ski, you already know, man. I'm coming at you next. So listen,
I don't mess with Skip Boo, bro. I don't mess with Skip Boo.
We gonna switch it up a little bit right quick, right? Because your personality is your personality, and we gotta tap in that before we go. We gonna switch it up. I know you know New Orleans. You're a New Orleans OG, so I got some trivia questions, and it's called Keep It Thuggin', right? You'll keep it thuggin' or nothing, right? So if you was a skinny nigga in 1999, what size was your white tee and jabots? Small, medium, or 3X?
3X.
Straight like that. You did. Okay. Fill in the blank. Make them say,
Nah.
You dig. Straight New Orleans, nigga. Keep it thuggin'. All right. If you got a project bitch, a hood rat bitch, that don't give a fuck, what's she gonna say?
She took that stick. She
Oh,
had to
okay,
dunk it
New
with
Orleans
it.
nigga keep it thugging. Okay, what Soulja Slim say he do if he won't?
I pay for it. I pay
Okay,
for it.
okay.
I pay
Hold on,
for it.
hold on. I'm gonna get you. These two girls look a lot alike and had a hit song telling niggas to take care of their responsibility. What was
Ghetto
the dude
twin.
like? Ooh, that boy so New Orleans. What's the
Boy, come
main
on, bro.
ingredient in any New Orleans seafood bar?
You know you're gonna put that pork in there, you're gonna put the crab in there, shrimp in there. Come on, man. I just told my
Hold on.
mother today I
This one
wanted
gonna get
gumbo.
you. This one gonna get you. I got to go till I get you. Who was the wettest girl in the city that damn near drowned every nigga in New Orleans?
What? Nah, hold up, man. That sounds like a trick. A wettest girl.
Who was the wettest girl in New Orleans that damn near drowned every nigga in New Orleans? Remember, it's a trivia.
Boy, I think you done got me now, bro. The wettest girl?
Who
Hold
was
up,
the
hold up, hold up.
wettest girl in the city of New Orleans that damn near drowned every nigga in New Orleans?
Man, I'm down bad. Hurricane Katrina.
Oh, boy! Hold the fuck
Hold
up,
up.
man. I got to get this nigga wrong. Hold the fuck up. Here's the fucking deal. Gotta keep it real.
Gotta holler at Gangsta. Hot boy on the kill. Magnolia in the film.
Hey,
Yeah.
man. Hey, man. Hey, man. The man kept it thugging, man. The man kept it thugging, man. You so New
Hey,
Orleans, man.
yo.
You is not institutionalized. Hey, man, you the first nigga got all the trivia right, dog. Like, bro, I'm proud of you, homie. Like, for real, man. I appreciate you giving me this
Hey,
time,
yo.
bro. I know you've been working all day. You know, I owe you one. You know what I'm saying? And I think our personality becomes our reality, right? People will try to turn your testimony into your messimony, bro. Like, that's what's going to go on. I think a lot of people got to know you a little bit more. And I want to give you the chance to ask me the questions, man. So whenever you're ready, man, I'm at your doorsteps. You feel me? I appreciate you, bro.
Okay. That's one
Real
love,
talk.
bro. Hey, listen. I'm always there. Whenever you need me, I'm there for you, bro. Whenever.
All love, man. All
All right.
love. All right,
One.
bro.
I'm out.
All right.
Love.